Hello and welcome everybody, this is Snap On Live. In tonight's video we are going to talk about a bunch of different various items, but before we start talking about all those items, I'd like to say that I'm completely saying this is constructive criticism. I don't mean no harm in this video or anything or any shape or form. With that being said, man, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys hit the subscribe button, turn on the bell for notifications. I know I don't stream as much on YouTube as I used to. With that being said, I've been streaming over on Twitch, so make sure you guys head on over there to twitch.tv / Snap On Live to come check me out. So there, that's where I've been streaming. So on that part, let's get this over. I'm gonna do a little list of things we're gonna talk about. We're gonna talk about some free to play. We're gonna talk about premium players. We're gonna talk about older content. Currencies, gear, PvP, Prometheum lockboxes, glitches, lags, and older content, seasonal items and content, artifact nith metal, artifact caps, recap of time capsules, styles, OP collection, drop rates, broker selling cap, mail glitches, and broker glitches. That's what I'm going to talk about here. If you guys notice that there's anything else that I haven't brought up into this video and you'd like to bring it up, and you'd like to have a discussion about it, please put it down in the comments. Okay? Everything is welcome in there except for cussing and swearing. Let's keep it clean, people. Alright, so let's talk about free-to-play and premium players. Okay, free-to-play, I understand you guys don't need that much. I think the cap on money needs to be increased a little bit. I think somewhere along maybe the 50,000 to 100,000 would be a perfect cap for money-wise on free-to-play, just so they can actually sit here and play the game and sell everything that they have and eventually be able to, I mean, numerous people complaining, yes, I understand, it's free to play. They can't run the content they're in because they can't do it. They can't do it because they can't repair the gear. And yes, you can say, oh, they can just replace it with another piece. No, that's not the point of the game. The point of the game is to get the best piece of gear and keep it, running sufficient. All right. So I think that free-to-play and premium both need a money cap increase. Now, the reason why I say premium, say I went and I bought Atlantis DLC. You can go in, and I think the max right now for premium is, what, 2,000? So every time I buy a piece of gear, I'm broke. Every time. If I just buy this DLC. Now, here's where it gets really screwy. And I don't understand why they're doing this, because it drives me insane. Catalysts. Photocolor enhancers cost $9,000. One's $9,950, one's $9,000. How is the person who only bought the DLC supposed to be able to access? They cannot access the full DLC. So it's hard on them. Okay. Other things I like to talk about that would be on duty is free to play. We're at a point in time right now in this game where just give them the vault every day for free to play. Stabilizer fragments. I think there needs to be an increase. I think that members should get 8 stabilizer fragments instead of 6. I mean, we do help the game a lot more than you would think. Other things are, I think that should be definitely boosted up. I think we need a revamp on, let me make sure I check this off on my list here. Prometheum lockboxes, we need an update on those things, because they're completely pointless for higher level tier players. I do like a lot of the stuff that's in them. I think that they need to be updated with every style in the game up to the last DLC. So we're in Atlantis. You shouldn't be able to get any styles in Atlantis. But the previous DLC all the way back, you should be able to get the Lisa styles. Except for vendor gear styles. I think vendor gear styles you shouldn't be able to get. Unless they're on the villain side. Speaking of which, villain styles. If I collect the complete villain style out of Prometheum lockboxes on my hero, I should get the feat. I think that that's more than fair for a lot of people. It gives people to go over to the villain style and work on their villains. Let's go to older content, currencies, and gear. All right, so the currency, I think we need to have, basically, in the currencies, I think that we need to bring back everybody getting, currency. Everybody get marks of victory from every content. Doesn't matter what your CR is, not just gear loot. Another problem that I see with the older content, and I think this would help out because the game's coming a long way, okay? We're already up to 262 CR, okay? So you got new people coming into the game. They're running the older content. They're not getting used to the content itself because they're so discouraged from running that content that's why you see a lot of people doing power leveling, okay? Where they don't care about the gear. They just get what they need to get up to the higher CR. And I think if you guys made it worth a while and actually made it unlocked all the gear to where people can actually sit there and use the gear, because come on, I know people over here are getting peed off because they're like, well, I can't get this style for this because it only drops for this character or that character. Well, people don't want to make that other character when they're already maxed out. They're trying to get all the feats, but they can't because it seems like they sort of have to. I think all older content gear, open world gear drops, and even some DLC drops. Your more common gears like your shaman and stuff like that. I think that needs to drop and be not just account bound. It needs to be account bound, excuse me, because people need to get that on characters. They don't want to have to sit here, put it on one character, swap over, da-da-da-da. They can't use it on this character, but they need it for the style. Give that person the option to switch it over to another character. That's just something I noticed. It seems to be a very irritating thing to happen. Like I said, Prometheum lockboxes, they need to be updated. Older content and glitches. Things that I've noticed on older content and glitches is such as JFA. If you guys log into JFA, it seems like JFA Elite. If you guys try to get into Elite and you guys try to do the raid, it seems like there's always one, even possibly two people that go into that raid and they are lagging. They're losing frames, they're losing everything. And it's obviously something in the programming because it's not, I've been told by other YouTubers and other OP players and stuff like that. I'm not an OP player. They are. That the only way you can run that content is the person who's lagging has to go in there, die like 5 or 6 times, and then it might fix it. Or keep relogging, and then eventually it'll fix it. That shouldn't happen. Okay. Older content, conduct. I understand your whole stats revamp and what it was meant to do. But I felt it wasn't addressed properly. I think it needs to be. This is stupid right now. There's Amber Alert going on. I don't think Amber Alerts are stupid. I just think that making my phone beep crazy is unreal. All right, let's get back onto seasonal items and content. It's getting very old. People, when they expect to see it, they expect to see more than just, there's a new collection. There's a few new styles. Nothing's changed to the open world. I think if you guys were to, put 3 different versions of, say, St. Patty's Day, or imagine if you had 3 different versions of St. Patty's Day, and each year you rolled it out different. Okay. Well, that means that person to get those feats, they got to wait 2-3 years. Or just do it 2. So every other year, they got to do completely different content. You're going to be able to get the same feats and stuff like that, but it'll make it a lot better. Okay, artifacts. I understand we're about ready to drop some new artifacts in DCUO. I think the artifact cap should not be raised to 180 if they're planning on doing it, or even 200, whatever they plan on doing. I think it needs to stay at 160. We are having issues where, not everybody did the artifact glitch, so they don't have all their stuff maxed out. So, for people to sit there and have to grind to the 160 on artifacts, okay, I completely understand where you guys are coming from on this, okay, but to keep pushing the artifact cap up and up and up every time a new artifact comes out, it seems to be a little, harder for some people, for the casual player to even remotely close to becoming top tier. We'll get into top tier playability in here in a second. Time capsules. I do not like the change they made to time capsules. You used to be able to pick what collection you got. So when you opened up, you actually got a collection time capsule. And when you open up the collection time capsule, it gave you three collection pieces to choose from. Now we get uno. I'm not too happy about that. I think you guys should revert that back. I think it'll bring back more profit for your time capsules than what you guys are getting now. OP collection drop rate is horrible. It has been horrible since, what the heck was that? I don't remember the DLC. I do this every time. Okay. Since you guys, it's easier to go Feats. You guys did an adjustment to artifact, or Age of Justice. In Age of Justice, you guys decided to tweak the drop rate of OP collections for your Omni pieces of gear, and it's been bad. I've been grinding. I may not be doing it online while I'm streaming, but I've been doing it a lot offline, grinding and trying to get these OP collections and not getting it. Which brings me back to seasonal event. Okay, it seems like those drop rates are being affected by seasonal drop rates, maybe? It's just that's the way a lot of people feel in the game that I've talked to. They feel that if they got a seasonal collection piece, they feel that it might have affected their, OP piece. I don't know if that's true. Don't know. Don't care. I just think the drop rate needs to be improved. Broker selling cap. There needs to be a broker selling cap. Okay, you guys need to max it out at, like, say, 40, 50 mil. 50 mil, I think, would be probably pretty good. I don't think we need to have a broker cap of 100 million or 999 million. Come on, it's ridiculous. We don't need that in a broker, okay? Because all that does is that helps promote those websites that say buy or sell your money here, okay? Which is another thing. We need to get them out of there, okay? It's ruining the game. I can't put somebody on my ignore list, and I can't, like, let's go to my ignore list. Let's watch this. Look at this. Ignored. I have a few people on here, but we can scroll this and keep scrolling it and scrolling it. And almost all these ignored people on my list here is those freaking bots. And the thing is I've tried it. I've tried deleting like 20 of them, or unignoring like 20 or 30 of them, and guess what? My shout chat just... I mean, I don't know what's going on with that. I really don't. I mean, you guys got interns. Put them to work. Tell me you can't have one intern jump on U.S. servers, one intern jump on EU servers, and sit there and pay them just to go bump, bump, bump. If you don't want to do that, find people in the game. Find dedicated people in the game that are willing to take a time, 4 hours out of the day, 2 hours, even 2 hours out of the day, just to go in there and ban them. Okay. I've heard a lot of talks about, every game you have this. I've heard a lot of talks about people talking about, I'm a dev, or I'm a moderator for the game, and it's like, no, you're not, because if you were, you'd be putting it to work. So here's my whole thing. Now, I don't mean nothing bad by this, and like I said, this video is not about constructive criticism. If you guys are getting kickbacks from those freaking websites, cool, whatever, I understand it. But make sure you let us know. Okay? You're supposed to let us know by law if you guys are getting kickback by certain things. Yes, it's not a video, but every time you're doing stuff like that, you'll have to let us know. And if you guys are going to do that, make your own website. I think it's that. That's just my opinion. Don't take that to heart. Mail glitches. I can't go into my mailbox and try to send multiple messages at the same time. I can make one go, boom, no problems. I try to make 2 messages back to back. It's 50-50. Sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. I haven't even made it to 3 in a row because it never works. The broker glitches, I understand over the years and stuff, you guys have tried to correct the broker issues and some of the mail issues, such as taking it away from the center of the watchtower and putting in one in each wing. And then you guys start offering them in your bases when you drop the bases. Be able to get all the bots and stuff in there, but the issues are still there. Granted, yes, we don't crash as much, but the issues are still there, and I think those need to be addressed. So basically, that's where we're at with all that stuff. I'm sure there's a bunch of other stuff that you guys would like to talk about. Like I said, please put it down in the comments. Some other things that I think need to be addressed. This one's a big one of mine, and I know this would take you guys a lot. I think we should have a testing room. And what I mean by testing room is like you would sit here, you go to your on duty, you would go to like say your event, or even go up into your journal. Either way, probably on duty would be the best. Go under general. You'd go scroll right on down, and there'd be like a test room. Now what this test room would do, you'd have it for tanks, you'd have it for healers, you'd have it for controllers, and you'd have it for DPSs. And this room would be scaled for your CR. Okay? And what it would do is it would give people the chance to actually go in there and actually practice their tanking abilities, practice their healing abilities, practice their trolling abilities, and practicing their DPS abilities. You cannot get this just from sparring targets, okay? I think that would be great. We'll call it like training room or something, you know? Make it in there. Put it in there. Now think about that. You base that off CR. What are you going to do to the game? You're going to make stronger players come into the game. Okay, I shouldn't have to go, oh, I want to learn how to be a better tank. Oh, well, what's your CR? I'm at this CR. Well, you could go to Central City and try tanking as many Reavers like I did back in the day when I was at the Central City CR. Or, oh, you know what? You can go over to the alternate frickin', what was that? Age of Justice, War-Torn Village. You can go over to War-Torn Village and try to tank as many of those ads over there and get practice. What I'm thinking is we need a testing room. We need a hard testing room for people so that way we can have fun. We can go in there, we can test our loadouts, get a better feel for it, instead of going, hey, I'm going to jump in a raid. I have no clue what this loadout's going to do. Because all I have is a sparring target that gives me bad numbers. I mean, yes, you can somewhat base it out there, but I think we need a testing room. We need a practice room. We need a room for people to go into and learn their roles. Okay? Give them feats for going into those rooms. Okay? That would keep people going in there. Okay? Well, go in there, survive this many, you know, make it like not like SM, okay? But make it like, you know, some type of training so we can have fun. It's just, it irritates me when I see that we can't do that. So, I mean, that's one big thing that I would love to see in the game. Love it. I'm not saying make it like SNM. I'm talking, this is like solo. So if you're in there for healing, you're going to have like sparring targets going to be taking damage. You know, here and there. They're going to take burst damages from bosses and whatnot. And the thing is, you can mix it up. You can put it in, you know, new DLC. All right, well, this month we're going to, you know, just like you do your PvP, we can swap it out, put in, do different, you know, backgrounds, you know, like when you go to your Legends PvP this month, Area 51. There you go. So it's Area 51. Next week, it's going to be freaking something else. Next week, it's going to be something else. Give it variety, just like the Legends. Okay. PvP. Alright. First, I have to address one thing when it comes to PvP. I know, for a fact, what MEP's role is in DCUO. He is a community manager. And part of the community manager is keeping people happy. And he's just like he's like a politician. Okay? They are to say stuff to make it sound good and make it say to keep them and keep us as, consumers happy. Okay, that's one part of his role. I'm not saying that's the only part of his role, okay, but that's part of a community manager. That's why you see his responses. That's why you see him do other stuff. That's why he tries to communicate with people and try to say stuff in the nicest way without going, hey, blah, 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 F this, F that. He's not going to be that person because that's not his job title. Okay, PvP does need to get fixed. Okay, will it get fixed anytime soon? Probably not. I understand that they're talking about they're not making any money from the PvP. Come up with ideas. Make your money there. I don't understand it. Because Legendary pays the bills. Legendary is basically guaranteed income. You should never base your business off freaking bonus sales. Okay? You need to make sure your budget's set around your Legendary players. Okay? So if you have a Legendary base of, say, 300,000, okay? That's where you need to base it. Okay? Simple as that. Anything extra coming in? Cool. Don't hire extra people based off that income. So, I mean, when it comes to PvP, I keep hearing, and I've heard this a few times said in some of the live streams. And the thing that I've heard in some of the live streams is, hey, you know what, guys? We got interns, blah, 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 blah. Just hand it off to an intern. Hand off PvP to an intern. Have like one main person that's not an intern. Throw the ideas out there. Have that one person in charge of the PvP. Put them out there. Put a bunch of interns under them. That way, everybody can be on the same page. And grind it. Figure out what you need to do to fix those issues. That's another thing. Every time you drop a new DLC, it always seems to affect older content for some way, somehow. Your coding screws up, blah, 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 blah. I don't know what's going on there, but I'm sure it probably has something to do with your encoding on a new DLC, and somehow it goes back and it screws up the coding on the rest of the DLCs. It needs to be fixed. It's just simple stuff like that. There's so many other issues, guys. Please put it down in the comment. Let me know how you guys feel. And like I said, guys, make sure you guys hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, hit the bell for notifications. I'll be trying to post up as many videos as I possibly can up on here. Don't guarantee I'm going to have a bunch of them, but this is just me speaking heart to heart. Like I said, this is not but a constructive criticism video. Don't take it to heart. That's just what I feel about the game. Some of the changes I feel. You guys feel there's more changes and stuff like that, let me know by posting it down in the comments, okay? And like I said, you guys want to watch me live stream, I'm over on Twitch. Twitch.tv Snap-on Live. Alright, guys. And like I said, that's it. This is Snap-on Live saying peace out.